All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be just giving quick thoughts on the Justice League new Zack Snyder 4-hour cut. Alright, and sort of spoilers for this one, even though the original movie has been out for several years now, all the way back in 2017, the Justice League movie was released. After the prior year, there was the Batman v Superman, Batman versus Superman movie in the DC cinematic universe that they were sort of creating, kind of, sort of, maybe, and then I don't know what happened to it after that. So now they've released on streaming. You can see the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. So pretty excited for his Army of the Dead. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. So I am a huge fan of Zack Snyder. I do like a good number of his movies, like his remake of Dawn of the Dead, as I've said before. And I think he also did. He do Watchmen as well. I believe he did, right? Watchmen the movie. Yeah, that was a Zack Snyder movie, and I actually I love Watchmen way back in 2009. Now I love Watchmen. I thought Watchmen was amazing. Really incredible. One of my favorite comic book movies ever made. One of the best ones that has been made. So when I got to see the original Justice League movie in 2017. I thought it was pretty cool. I wasn't really as a fan for DC pretty much my whole life growing up on Batman the animated series, the old school Adam West stuff, the Superman animated series, the comics, the video games, all the DC stuff. 89 Batman and the Nolan trilogy, just all the different DC stuff that's been out over the years. The Justice League cartoon series, Justice League animated series on Cartoon Network. I love that freaking series. I remember when it premiered, I was really excited for it, and I thought it was fantastic. Even Justice League Unlimited I thought was great too. So getting to see this movie, I was disappointed originally with the movie. I still enjoyed it and everything back in 2017, but I wasn't blown away by it. At this time we had already seen kind of the Avengers, Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'd seen the Marvel Universe, the way they brought all the different movies together with the different characters and whatnot. So it kind of felt like DC was trying to sort of do the same thing with Justice League, and it just didn't take nearly as well because it had already sort of been done with Avengers. And so it felt like DC was just kind of behind in the cinematic race, I suppose. And so then we kind of had heard there's this other cut of the movie which is way longer and way better, and it's because of the they cut it down to a couple hours for the movie, but there's way more footage, all this stuff. So it kind of built up, and finally now they have released the full Zack Snyder cut, which is double the runtime length. Very cool. So instead of 2 hours, you get 4 hours of a movie. And I have to say, I know it probably would have been difficult to get a 4-hour time block for a movie theatrical release for Justice League originally, but I really do feel like this version is a lot better. I mean, of all the things to cut out of a Justice League movie, you cut out Darkseid, and maybe I won't spoil some of the other characters that come in later on near the end of the movie, but what the hell, right? So now I do think that they should have maybe gone a different route with this movie originally. I think they probably should have used Darkseid instead of Steppenwolf, and they should have had him be the main antagonist. I think that could have gotten over better. People would have liked it better. Just basically what we saw in this cut, but instead of Steppenwolf being in the movie later, just take him out of the equation, make him a lackey, and do Darkseid as the main focus. You can parademons, all the other stuff. You can have everything else you did. If I could just make one change, that's what I would do. Take Steppenwolf out, make him a side lackey of Darkseid, have Darkseid be there for the entire movie all the way through. You can have him. You can still have him be in kind of the exposition in the storytelling. Kind of this happened and then that happened, but then bring him in near the end of the movie. It could have gotten over better. And I haven't heard if they're going to do another Justice League, like a sequel to this one or not. Maybe after this, people will be a lot happier with it. Maybe they'll decide to do a sequel now, depending on how fan demand is after this. I wouldn't be too surprised if this changed things, if we start to see a sequel and everything after this. But that said, so I do enjoy the movie. I think it's a lot better with the 4-hour cut. Now, it is lengthy. 4 hours is a long time for a movie, but it's Justice League. It's worth it. You have kind of your premier DC team. So, and you've got these colossal characters: Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, everybody else. So it's difficult to condense all of that down into a couple of hours. And it sounds like it was an ambitious project for Zack Snyder. It sounds like he wanted to do a lot of different things. He wanted to bring in a lot of different characters. He just wanted to give you, definitely your money's worth, but give you a something substantial, right? In terms of, a 4-hour block with all these different characters, all this different stuff happening. It would have been a lot better. Now, seeing it nowadays, after having already seen the movie before, I still enjoy it a lot more. You got some cool kind of Joker stuff at the end there, and some other things which were cut as well too. Very surprising that some of the cut choices that they made to go with for the actual movie. The original movie is more like a streamlined version, I guess, of this. It takes out, maybe, I won't call it filler, but it takes out a lot of the stuff. It simplifies down the characters by taking some out. But I'll tell you, as a DC fan, those are characters that we want to see. How dare you? How dare you cut Darkseid? How dare you? How dare you do that? Nonsense. So a lot happier with this version of the movie. I wish it was the one we would have gotten originally, even if they would have cut it down to 3 hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. If they could have done it instead of a half cut to 2 hours, this is definitely a lot better. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen the streaming version yet. If you're a DC fan, if you ever watched the Justice League animated series growing up, if you're reading the comics, or if you just like the characters, then Superman, the others, Batman, everybody, then I think that you will enjoy it. So that's kind of my quick thoughts on the Justice League Snyder Cut. Much better, much improved, and without giving away too much, definitely something you guys can check out if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. What do you think about it versus the original release? Do you think it's much better like I do? Do you think it's maybe a lot of this? Do you think maybe that a lot of the stuff that was cut should have been because it's just way too long or something? With streaming, that's not a big deal, but in theaters, that's true that would have been different when you can't fast forward or you can't skip around or whatnot. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below, and that's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace there, guys. See you soon.